Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between vile.Illusion and mouz.Hasuobs. It is a PvT on GSL Metropolis, and it doesn't look like there's any observers in here, so I don't know if this is a tournament or just practice game. We have the GLHF going by both players. And if you don't know who Illusion is, he is a 15-year-old pro gamer. He made kind of a appearance at MLG Providence, taking out Sheth, Kawhi Rice, and his teammate Spanishawa. And he was also sent to IEM over in Brazil very recently. Try explaining that to your school when you're like, oh, I'm going to have to miss classes for a few days because I'm flying down to Brazil to play some video game. He must be one of the coolest 15-year-old kids ever. Hasuobs, I don't know too much about him. He did play Warcraft 3. He was a pretty big name back in the early days of StarCraft 2. And then I think he's kind of just fallen off. Not like he's stopped practicing, but as all the big tourneys took over, a lot of the small tourneys kind of got overshadowed. You don't hear about the big victories and the small tourneys. So Hasuobs, a very good player, just hasn't had any big tournament wins. And he is due for one. We'll see exactly what Hasu ends up doing. He is going to go for a 13-gate scout, and Hasuobs throwing down the 12 barracks. Hasn't got any gas just yet, and now is when he would be getting gas if you want to do a 1-1-1 or something, so we won't be seeing that. He is just going to keep building those probes. Looks like he is going out to scout. Will throw down the supply depot on his way out, just blocking off any vision of Hasuobs. And if Hasuobs sent the scout off at like 12 or something, he may know, based upon the timing of this supply depot block, that there is no gas. But since this probe is a little bit late, Illusion could possibly sneak in the gas. And Hasuobs is going to take out the supply depot, try his best to. He actually may get it. It's at 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. One more hit. Illusion does save it. That was one of the closest I have ever seen that. And how embarrassing would that be? We do have the probe now turning on the SCV. Going to try to take that out. A Marine will be popping out, and Hasuobs will be forced to retreat. But the SCV does run away, so he almost got that of Illusion, just saving that barely. And now Hasu is going to be falling back with his one probe. Illusion going to come in and try to get the scout on exactly what Hasu is doing. He is going to see the one gas aside of next core. Basically, everything does look normal. It's very hard to scout a Protoss player. I'd say scouting Terran early game is a lot easier than scouting a Protoss early game, just because you can't tell what a Protoss is going to be doing until the mid-game. So around 7 minutes, 8 minutes, we may see Illusion throw a scan in Hasu's base to see exactly what is going on. His SCV is going off to hide in a pretty odd location, all the way up here where he will not be spotted. So eventually, the SCV will go in for that second scout, and that will tell Illusion what he wants to know. Is it going to be like a 7-gate all-in or not? We do have him getting his first bunker right here. Hasu has not seen really too much of anything, but normally when I see that supply depot that early, I tend to think it is going to be a 1-racks fast expand. Of course, they could be hiding a lot of barracks behind that, not expand, and go in for an all-in, but more times than not, they go for a 1-barracks expand. When you see the second supply depot, you automatically know it's not going to be a 2-racks. And Illusion trying to get that SCV in, but Hasu does deny it. All Illusion can see is that Zealot and Stalker, and that is really not much information. We do have 3 more gateways being built by Hasuobs while he is moving out with a Stalker, and Zealot does control this one watchtower. He is going to go over to this one. Doesn't actually get it, so the Zealot, he is going to be the one that does get that, and he is holding it. We do have an SCV moving out for Illusion. And thankfully, the Zealot is on the watchtower for Hasuobs, so he will be able to see this SCV. The Stalker is going to be coming in. We'll know about that one bunker. And it looks like the Stalker just wants to run past, does check and verify that there is indeed an expansion. Now this one SCV is on the way for Illusion to try to get a scout on what Hasu is doing. He is sending over a Stalker to deal with that. And looks like this Stalker did get taken out. Now the SCV is going to be coming, and we'll see exactly what that does get to see. Knows that is another Stalker, sees the expansion, doesn't really get to see how many probes are mining on it, but that wouldn't tell him all that much. So right now, Illusion completely in the dark of what Hasu is doing, and Hasu has a general idea of what Illusion's doing. He saw the command center down there. He doesn't know what could be up here. He doesn't know if when Illusion started getting gas. But he's going to feel relatively safe. Is going to be poking back in with one Stalker. And that Stalker will be safe until Concussive Shells is out. And he also knows there's no Marauders in this. So most likely, he knows that Illusion doesn't have the gas. And now he sees Illusion moving out with a handful of Marines. That Stalker is going to be pulling back. He is getting a Robo facility. We'll see if he gets an Observer or a Mortal first. He may get a Mortal just because it is an extra unit. It's not the best at dealing with Marines, but it's a lot better at dealing with Marines than Observers are. And we have this one Stalker going to try to kite, just shelling, weakening up these Marines, and doing a nice job at it. More Stalkers do come, and now Illusion is going to be in a little bit of trouble as these Stalkers just kite the Marines, taking very minimal damage as they do go back. And now he is back at home in his base, where he has more than enough to deal with these Marines. I'm kind of surprised Illusion didn't run away, but if he did, then the Stalkers would be able to catch up and just shoot them. So these were dead already. Illusion cutting one of those Stalkers away. Now just going to go for the probe line because he knows he can't kill any more Stalkers. Going in this loss tab, that did not bode well for Illusion. And we do see him throwing up 2 more bunkers because, again, he still doesn't know exactly what Hasu has. If he was counting units, he may know it's off 3 gates, but it's always hard to tell just because of how they can use Chrono Boost. So he does place 3 bunkers, 1 up front, 2 in the back. This is the safest way to place them. It prevents any force fields from stopping repairs, because if it essentially wants to force field these bunkers, then you can target it down. So these bunkers will always be able to get repaired. This one, well, the guys in this have the short end of the stick, because they'll easily go down, but these 2 are relatively safe. And we do have 1 Marine just sitting right here. This guy also got the short end of the stick. Going to be hanging out, just getting scouting when Hasu tries to move out. Give him a few seconds to get ready and split his units or do whatever he has to before battle. We do see him now just getting his factory. The Observer does come in and is going to get a complete scout on everything. And knows exactly when that factory starts. Sees 3 tech labs, so he knows it may be Marauder heavy, as we do see 3 Marauders being built. Sees the 1 reactor barracks back there. Well, he doesn't see the reactor on them, but he sees something kind of funky. Meanwhile, going in Hasu's vision, you can just look at the vision he has across this map. Nothing is going to be sneaking across here. Even has another Observer just positioned right here to give him vision of these ramps. And this Observer coming back in, just seeing exactly what is going on. Is that on patrol? No, it's not. It was just flying back and forth. I think he saw the reactor on that factory. Yes, he did. So he should know medevac starports are going to be coming out relatively soon. He is going to be taking his 3rd base right now, and Illusion doing so much in production right now. Is getting an army, does have +1 armor on the way because his weapons is already done. We do have Hasu starting 1-1 now and getting a Colossus along with 3 more gateways. And going over to the unit tab, we do have 55 probes versus the 56 SCVs. In the income tab, you can see it is relatively even. Do we have any mules out on the field? Or no, we do not. No mules at all for Illusion. And he is getting that energy up, so we'll see exactly what he ends up doing with this energy. He may be waiting to use mules when he takes his 3rd base just so he doesn't deplete these minerals too quickly. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. This command center is almost at 100. This one is at 75. The armory now is complete. He's going to start his 2-2, but Hasu has been chrono boosting his upgrades already, almost done his 1-1. Keep in mind, the armor upgrade for Terran did start before the upgrades for Hasu, but that has caught up thanks to those chrono boosts. And Hasu still has a great vision across the map. Does see Illusion moving out now with exactly everything thanks to that 1 Observer. 2 medevacs on the way. He will have to be careful about any type of drops if 1 medevac does shy off and go into the main while his army does go into here. Does Illusion know about that 3rd base? No, he does not. Going over here, we do have 1 mule. We have enough for 1 scan and 2 scans, so scans are possible, scaring that 1 probe away from the watchtower as he does move out. Keep in mind, there is still a forward pylon here that could warp in units and do a little bit of harassment while this is going. The factory is going to be taken out by those stalkers, or at least it gets put on fire, and Illusion just going to be going for this 3rd base, assuming that Hasu does have it. And here he goes. He is coming down the ramp. We do have plenty of units for Hasu. Does not have charge, but he does have that Colossus with thermal. Oh, no thermal lance just yet. Only a handful of bio units go down to scout this area out. Sees the entire army. And Illusion not really doing too much with this. Does have the Observer that does scout that. Meanwhile, we do have a double drop for Illusion going off in the main, so that's why this army isn't doing too much. It is just waiting here so we can go down to this 3rd base when the drop does come. And the Observer, of course, on that main army. Here we go. The drop does come in. We do have Hasu. Looks like he is not going to be dealing with it. He is instead going to be going for this. Illusion going to be running these units away. And meanwhile, he's not microing the units up in the main. This force does get force feeded, but Illusion does pick up with his medevacs and doesn't lose all of that much. But Miss Micro over here, everything does get cleaned up. Doesn't look like too much gets saved, and I don't think Hasu really lost all of that much. This medevac is empty with 10 HP left, and Hasu is on a tear right now. We do have a few Stalkers and Zealots being morphed in at this one pylon, a pylon being built right here with the Marauder, taking it out as everything does pass it. Oh man, he almost got a free pass, but no sir. Illusion now going to be unloading those dropships. Does have Vikings out. He is getting ship weapon upgrade along with 2-2 right now. But we have 2-2 already started for Hasuobs, and that is further along than the Terrans. Also, Hasuobs is getting Blink. He has secured his third base, but Illusion now securing his third base, getting the gases up on that. And not too much going on. Going over in this lost tab, we do have Illusion way, way behind, losing around 1,200 more than Hasuobs. And I think that mainly comes from mis-microing this one drop, focusing on his main army, and then Hasu just going to clean that up. Hasu is getting a pretty scary Colossus count. Illusion only has 6 Vikings to deal with the 3 Colossus, and now he is switching over into Templars. And Illusion's going to have to hit him relatively soon. If Hasuobs does go for Colossus and Templars, gets enough energy to storm out, Illusion's going to be in a lot of trouble. Do have Observer Speed in this one on patrol, just ensuring he does not get dropped again. And now Illusion going to be cleaning up this one pylon. We do have a few Zealots working on those destructible rocks. Meanwhile, we do have Illusion taking a 4th base. And there are 2 pylons here to warp in units, but we have an engagement just about to commence. And there we go, the stim comes out from Illusion. Now he has to back off. If he keeps chasing, he's already stimmed once. If he stims twice, then that's 33% of damage to all of his units, which means Colossus and Templars would just insta-give them. And looks like he's picking up in medevacs to do a drop. Throws a scan to see if there is an observer, which there wasn't, so now he is going to be going. Hasu does not see this, but Illusion dropping his units. And he looks like he was dropping his units to stim and release some of that energy, because one feedback would have killed the medevac. But when he did that, it actually allowed his units to get caught. We do have Hasuobs now hitting the 200 unit mark, and Illusion at 177. He is going to clean up one of those pylons, but there is still one more. And this one observer still on patrol. We do have Hasu retaking this one watchtower. We'll see if he does end up getting this one. Going over into his vision, he sees not as much as he did in the early stages of the game, but he still sees more than Illusion.
Ready to plunder.
And still has one Marine right here just hanging out. But looks like the observer has spotted that, and plenty of Stalkers will be going. 2-2 has completed. We do have +3 attack for Illusion on the way with 3 Ghost, and 3-3 on the way for Hasuobs, along with Storm now just finishing. Illusion's going to be in a lot of trouble if that Storm does complete. He can't get any EMPs off on those Templars. Going over into the Viking count, it is 16 Vikings, so that is enough to deal with the Colossus. And here we go, the battle is going to happen. Stim away, and now those Colossus going to be going down really quick, but that may be too many Vikings to deal with these Colossus. As you see all the Colossus go down, there's still so many Vikings that are going to be relatively useless. He is going to have to land those to do something, but his Bioforce is just getting torn to shreds as they run through a storm, and now Illusion has to combat this army with what he has, but it's just not much. The army supply 51 to 67. Illusion is going to be losing that. I don't know where he still has 40 army supply. 2 Ghosts, 6 Marines, and 4 Marauders. But it looks like Hasuobs is going to be dealing the killing blow right now. We do have 2 sentries running away. They have no energy, so they are relatively useless. And these Stalkers can just blink around and get away. We do have Illusion now just trying to set up a flank on the Stalkers. Does EMP and gets a few out. Those Stalkers are going to be retreating, but going to the Worker Kill tab, you do see 32 SCVs were taken out in that engagement. Now 2 DT is going to be walking up from Hasuobs just to do a little bit more damage. And Hasu is on his 4 bases. Illusion is on 4 bases as well. But the SCV is 51 to 70. And now 2 DTs going to be coming in. Surprised he doesn't split them up between this one base. Okay, he is going to be splitting them up right now. DT is going to go to town on those SCVs as Illusion does move out. Now he has to come all the way back, and more workers are being killed as DTs are now between 2 bases. Looks like those SCVs try to revolt, but the DT just did too much. And is he going to get away? No, he doesn't. But we still have this one DT, a missile turret going up. He is already at 6 kills, 120 supply to 185 supply. Hasuobs is going to go in for the killing blow right now with his army. Illusion only has 2 ghosts, and I don't think they really have that much energy compared to what Hasuobs does have. His Templar, pretty good energy. This one, definitely more than the others. His Colossus is also there. We do have 3-3 just about done for Illusion, but Hasuobs has had 3-3 for quite a while, and that DT still doing some work. Has finally went down the army supply. Definitely one-sided storm going down on that bio as Illusion does retreat, but Hasuobs has so much, and that Bioforce can no longer run. He is going up into a dead end. Storm's going down on the ramp. And that is going to be all she wrote. Good game, good luck. So this looks like it was a tournament. Hasuobs was victorious, but man, was that a good game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.